Ever imagine Indian universities like becoming these global innovation hubs, like really making waves?
Yeah, absolutely.
Today, we're diving into how they can actually do that, turning their research, all those late nights in the lab, into something really valuable.
I'm interested to hear more.
It's called IP monetization. A mouthful, I know. But it's basically turning those aha moments into products and solutions the world actually needs.
Right, bridging that gap we always hear about between groundbreaking academic research and, well, actually making a difference in the real world.
Exactly. And our guide today is patent expert Aditya Kochar. He's got this roadmap, and let me tell you, it's full of real, actionable strategies.
Actionable. I like that.
Yeah, the best part, it's not just about, patents gathering dust on a shelf. It's about getting students involved in startups, like from day one.
Wow, from day one. That's ambitious.
It is, and not just any startups. Kochar's roadmap emphasizes aligning research with what local businesses need, specifically those in the micro, small, and medium enterprises sector.
MSMEs.
Yes, MSMEs. Okay, so maybe we should clarify for those who aren't familiar. MSMEs are basically the engine of many economies, right? They're driving innovation, creating jobs.
Absolutely. They're vital, though they often face these unique challenges things larger companies don't have to deal with.
Exactly. And what's cool about this roadmap is that it really encourages universities to become like economic engines themselves, but tailored to their specific regions.
So, addressing those hyperlocal needs, which is really interesting.
It is. But how does this whole student entrepreneur thing work? Like, it sounds incredible, but also I imagine there are some hurdles.
Well, it's all about hands-on experience. Kochar suggests that student teams, they actually go out and interview MSME executives.
Interesting.
Yeah, they find out firsthand what problems these businesses are facing.
Ah, so it's about identifying problems that are actually worth solving, like practical solutions.
Precisely. That way they know there's a demand for their solutions right from the start.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But then how do they go from like brainstorming an idea to an actual product they can sell? That seems like a huge jump.
Yeah, and that's where the whole IP monetization thing comes in.
Right, right.
It's basically taking those ideas, those inventions, designs, even creative work, intellectual property, and finding ways to generate revenue from them. And a big part of that is patents.
Right, so inventors can protect their ideas.
Exactly.
Patents give them those exclusive rights. But let's be real, the patent process, it can be a bit of a maze, can it? Especially for students who are already, buried in books.
Oh, absolutely. It's time-consuming and can get complicated. That's why Kochar's roadmap is so smart. It suggests that universities take advantage of something called expedited patent examination.
Okay, so it's like a fast track.
Exactly. Plus, there are often fee subsidies specifically for educational institutions. So it helps them build a strong portfolio of patents much quicker.
That's amazing. We're really talking about accelerating innovation here. And speaking of which, I loved the example in the roadmap about developing affordable substitutes for expensive imported machinery.
Oh, right. That's a prime example of how this model can be a win-win for everyone. Students get real-world experience and local industries benefit from these innovative and, more importantly, affordable solutions.
Plus, it aligns with India's goal of becoming more self-reliant, right? Which is huge for their manufacturing sector.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's break it down. How does this university startup partnership actually play out in the real world?
Sure. Essentially, the university, they grant a license to a startup, often one founded by students, to use their intellectual property, their invention.
Okay.
And in exchange for this license, this valuable asset, the university typically receives equity in the startup. Could be 10%, something like that.
Ah, okay, so they have some skin in the game, so it's mutually beneficial. The startup gets this incredible head start, potentially with a game-changing product, and the university, if the startup takes off, well, they share in the success.
Exactly. It incentivizes everyone to work together. But even beyond the financial aspect, think about the long-term benefits.
The skills, the experience.
Yes, students graduate not just with a degree, but with practical experience, an entrepreneurial mindset. It fosters this culture of innovation and job creation that extends way beyond the university walls.
It's like they're not just prepared for a job, they're prepared to create jobs. What's exciting is that this roadmap isn't just for India. It could be adapted by universities globally, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, adapting it to different countries would require careful consideration. Each region has its own economic landscape, regulations, and cultural nuances.
Right. It's not one size fits all. But the core principles, like fostering collaboration, supporting student entrepreneurs, and making sure research is actually addressing real-world needs, that feels pretty universal, doesn't it?
It does. And if universities can get this right, if they
It
can
does.
successfully put this model into practice, I think it has the potential to revolutionize how we approach research and innovation, not just in India, but globally.
It really makes you wonder, though, could this lead to a major shift in universities, moving away from, say, theoretical research towards a much stronger focus on solving practical problems, partnering much more closely with industry?
Hmm, that's a really interesting thought.
And what would that mean for the future of academia as we know it? Something to ponder, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Lots to think about.